Hey everybody, and welcome to another VoxelTüt, brought to you by yours truly, Ridgedog of the VoxelBox. We are here joined by Demon, who has joined us before on previous VoxelTüts and the last build-along, which was very long. And also Kavu Kamari, who is our shillelagh-wielding, bird-looking, fish name-sounding, humming musician, who is also a redstone engineer. Say hi, Kavu, and Demon.
Hello?
Hi, Demon.
Oh, is Demon even here?
He's here. He's looking right in the
There he
face
is.
with his weird eyes. So here today, we're about to show you a VoxelTüt on a modular. Of course, I love modular things. Lights out game. And now the lights out game, as you're aware, probably from everybody making one in the past, is a game where you usually have a button where you press and it toggles the state of that button as well as all of the surrounding modules. You missed it. Anyways, so let's quick show you how this one operates. I'm going to go ahead and just copy paste. Well, actually, WorldEdit has a stack command which works really well for this. We'll just stack this 6 east and then expand it. Alright, so what we've got is a 7x7, and we need a lever right here. This controls the reset of all of them. And then up top, if you press a button, it toggles its state and the 4 surrounding. So if we press this one, it's that state and those other 2. Let's make it night so it's easier to see. And the easiest way I found to play this game actually is to go through and randomly press a whole bunch of buttons and then just leave it set up somewhere that a lot of people pass by, and then eventually somebody's going to come along and fix it and turn all the lights off. So that's probably the easiest way.
Fix it.
Usually Demon, though, he can solve these pretty quick. I don't have the patience or the ability, it would seem. Oh. Oh my gosh. I am king of this game. Well, toot over, I just won. Game over.
We need the sheep.
Oh, I just took it away. Oh, we'll get the sheep on the next one. So, as you can see,
Should we make it a 10 by 10?
this is a 5 wide by 5 wide by 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tall. So 5 by 5 by 10 module of a lights out game. And this can be infinitely long. We've had these be as wide as the horizon and beyond. So, because they only affect the ones immediately surrounding it. This one's a little hard to show you the insides of because it's really super duper compact. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to load up a little bigger one that I began with by making. And this one's a 7x7. And it's about the same thing. Let me put a lever on this one as well. But it's 7 wide by 7 long. But you essentially get the same thing out of it. It's also got a... It's easier to see when you're standing up top of it. The basic overall design uses a vertical version of a T-Flipflop, which I've kind of started using. I have no idea if it's been invented before, but I definitely came up with it over here, and it's been well used since. So what I'll do real quick down here is I'll build you a quick and dirty version of my T-Flipflop. What this T-Flipflop utilizes is the piston using a little more than a tick in order to accomplish its goal of moving whatever the block was that you're trying to move out of the way. And so if you place a piston and set this to only give 1 tick, and now that's 3 ticks, And if you subtract the 2 for the torches, it only equals 1 tick. And then you put a button over here. A sticky piston, this is a sticky piston, will push and then let go, and then push and pull back. So this is the tiny T-Flipflop that we've basically been using in almost every one of our designs lately. And I've thrown up the new leak of the 1.8 and tested it, and this design actually still works. So if you download this and put it in your 1.8 server, it's going to work just fine. And this T-Flipflop also works really well for as a circuit breaker for single button presses. And like I said, it's super duper useful. So what this does is it does the exact same thing as this with this button, but instead of a button it uses a pressure plate. So it's up right there, and you step on the pressure plate, and now it's down, and there's the piston. Because this block is down, it's being powered by the torch underneath it, which powers this wire, powers this torch, this torch, this torch, and then these power the above viewing platform. What powers the whole device underneath is when you step on the piston, the pressure plate, it ignites this redstone wire here, and that begins a pulsar, which is a little bit more spread out than the one down there. This one has a torch here, which is the immediate torch after, and then it has a 3-tick repeater, and the last torch is actually these out here on the outside edge. And these point down into this redstone. When this is pasted next to another one, it actually joins those together so that you have one complete section of redstone capped by repeaters on each side. So I'm going to stack this once. And what you end up with is a single length of wire that has repeaters on either side that sends signal into the piston underneath. So by stepping on this, it sends a signal to both. And because on the other side it only has a repeater facing inward, it doesn't travel the signal any further than that. And so this torch sends a signal down there. And this is actually one of the most simple designs I've ever put together for a gaming build. I've got a more complicated one coming up here pretty soon, but this one was all of about 15 minutes putting it together after somebody explained to me how the game of Lights Out actually works. Which is I was really excited to actually finally figure out, because I've never even taken the time to do that much. This is the 5 wide once again, and it's basically the same. It's got this torch, which is powered from above, the repeater, and the surrounding torches are around the outside edge, powering those wires. And then underneath, this is actually our reset signal. If you flip that while this is on, actually an easier way to do it is to put a torch and then a button. So I'm going to stack this once again, and then we'll actually get our. No, I don't want the torch there while we're stacking. That'd be dumb. We'll get our sheep testing facility going. We'll stack it 19 this time to make it a whole 20. Um, 95. There we go. We got the whole thing this time. And so we'll go ahead and we'll put our torch up here. And that should make all of these powered be unpowered. And alright, perfect. And we'll go ahead and hit that button, and you'll see it actually cycles every piston for every plate and makes it go back out. So this is probably, if you want to get logistic, it's probably going to be the easiest way to reset the entire thing. And as always, you'll be able to get a schematic of the 5x5 in the description of the video. So feel free to go ahead and grab that. And don't forget to cover yours in sheep to have the artificial intelligence of the VoxelBox on your server as well. Let's go ahead and get the nighttime here. For some reason it's lagging like crazy. Totally awesome. Alright. Well, thanks for joining us once again on today's VoxelTüt. Expect another one here in the near future after we release the adventure map, and I think you're really going to like the next one.